Florian Wirtz has reportedly given Liverpool the green light. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another video. Big breaking news tonight dropping from one David Ornstein, who claims that Florian Wirtz has given the green light to Liverpool over a potential move to Anfield this summer. The Florian Wirtz saga rumbles on, people, but it seems that things are moving in the way of Liverpool right now. Bayern still linger in the background. It seems like it's going to be a big tug of war between the Reds and the German club, but it does seem that if reports are to be believed, that Liverpool Football Club could be about to make a monumental, groundbreaking, earth-shattering statement of intent. And the transfer window isn't even open yet. We're going to be talking about this Florian Wirtz saga. We're going to be talking about what David Ornstein has said tonight as well, and much more. But without further ado, I would like to remind you all to please like the video and also subscribe if you are new. Both things will always and forever be greatly appreciated. And of course, I encourage you all to get involved in the conversation. Let me know what you guys are thinking and feeling about this huge potential transfer story, with your thoughts, comments, opinions, predictions and feelings, whatever you want to call it, making for great and interesting reading down below in that comment section. So please do get involved down there. And without further ado, we're going to get on with this story. We're going to be talking Florian Wirtz and a potential move to Liverpool this summer. Now, for those of you who have been living under a rock and don't know what the Florian Wirtz situation is right now, the situation is that he seemingly wants to leave Bayer Leverkusen. That is seemingly the story that's going around. He wants to kind of leave Bayer Leverkusen right now and move on to pastures new. Of course, there is still the possibility that he may perform a U-turn and stay, but it is looking extremely unlikely that that will be the case. For a while, it did seem like he was going to be cherry-picked from Bayern Munich to go and play for the biggest club in Germany. And then, of course, it transpired last week that there was potentially some English interest. First and foremost, it was seemingly said that Manchester City were involved and that they were going to be in the race, and that Wirtz was actually in England to talk to Manchester City face-to-face about a potential move to the Etihad this summer. And then reports there kind of got extinguished a little bit, and it actually transpired that it was actually Liverpool that he was supposedly meeting ahead of a potential move to Anfield this summer. It was crazy, it's bizarre, and then in recent days, it seems that Manchester City have dropped out of the race. Bayern Munich are still there or thereabouts, but it seems tonight that Liverpool have taken a big step forward in potentially securing this transfer. It seems that there has been big progress made in convincing Florian Wirtz to sign for Liverpool, because the story goes is that Liverpool are open to the idea of signing Florian Wirtz if they get an indication that he wants to leave Germany. Not just Bayer Leverkusen, but leave Germany as in the country. So not go to Bayern Munich, not go anywhere else, but to leave Germany, his home nation, for a move elsewhere. And that move could potentially come in the form of the current Premier League champions, Liverpool, who, like I say, we're waiting for the green light on this. And according to David Ornstein tonight, that green light may have been given by the player. As he goes on to state here, Liverpool given huge boost in Florian Wirtz's pursuit. Bayern Munich believe 22-year-old on course for Anfield move if he leaves Bayer Leverkusen this summer. Clubs would still need to agree deal, not a formality, but German international favours LFC. Oh my God, people! This is exciting. This is interesting. This is monumental. This is exactly what I've been talking about for the past few years. Liverpool Football Club behaving and acting like a big club. The season isn't even technically over yet, and yet we are making big moves. Jeremy Frimpong already seemingly through the door. Milos Kerkez is seemingly next, and Florian Wirtz could be following suit if this is all to come to fruition, alongside, of course, our new goalkeeper, Mamadashvili. This is what I've been talking about for ages, people. Liverpool Football Club finally acting and behaving like a big club. Going out there and making statements of intent when it comes to the transfer window. We are a big club. We have money. We just don't use it as freely or as frequently as other big clubs seem to do. And normally we are like this team that goes, you know what, we'll sort of like, we'll sort of haggle and we'll like kind of do the hokey cokey with it. We'll be in for 1 minute, we'll be out the next, back in, back out. And then we'll end up losing the player and we'll go, oh, well, it is what it is. This one seems to be picking up speed at an alarming rate and snowballing pretty quickly. The likes of Fabrizio Romano has also jumped on this, and they basically stated that Liverpool want a deal done ASAP. I'm really excited by this. I really, really am excited by this. Florian Wirtz is a player that I've admired for the past few years playing for Bayer Leverkusen. He is definitely a absolute quality talent, a creative influence in the German team, in the Bayer Leverkusen team. I mentioned before his stats in terms of goals and assists are actually very, very good for a player of not just his age of 22, but also the Bayer Leverkusen team and how Xabi Alonso's got him playing in that particular role. I've seen a lot of Liverpool fans kind of question how he's going to work and wonder how he's going to work. And obviously, he could play as a 10 just off the striker. He could actually play as a false 9 himself. There are a number of possibilities, and I like that because if we are going to go for Frimpong as well, the versatility of Frimpong is going to help the fluidity of this team. Add in Wirtz as well, add in Kerkez as well. The fluidity in this team is going to be so... It's just going to blend in so beautifully that we can be very adaptable, very flexible to whatever the situation at play is on a football pitch. And I, for one, cannot wait if this is to transpire, if this is to materialise. Because, of course, people, as we know, Liverpool Football Club and obviously recent transfers haven't exactly gone hand in hand. So I'm trying to stay level-headed, but the excitement level is definitely building over this. If this does happen, this is a real statement of intent, in my opinion. A player who may still be young at 22 years of age, but has obviously a lot of experience under his belt. He was part of the Invincibles of the Bundesliga with Bayer Leverkusen a couple of seasons. Well, last season really. Helping them towards not just the Bundesliga title, but of course winning the German Cup as well. He obviously helped them get to a Europa League final in the process as well. Hasn't quite been as successful a campaign this time around this year, but still he has managed individually to get a decent goal and assist contribution out of it. And I just think he'll bed in beautifully at Liverpool. I really, really do think he will bed in beautifully. I think that the way that obviously he arrives late in the box, I think the way that obviously his creative mind flows, I think, sharing or taking some of the weight and the burden off of Mo Salah to go out there and create something himself. And if no one else, and if he's not going to do it, you're rolling the dice really and taking a big gamble that somebody else might. I love this. I love the potential of this signing. I really do hope this comes off. I really do hope that we do go and get Florian Wirtz this summer. And like I said before, it's a real statement of intent, this. It's a real statement of intent, and about time that Liverpool started acting like a big club. And not just that as well, but with the way the transfer window isn't even open yet, and we're still planning on making these big moves in the summer. And I would imagine that there are going to be a couple more through the door as well. I can't imagine that we go Frimpong, obviously Mamardashvili's coming in, Kerkez, Wirtz, done. I would imagine one or two more are probably going to come through the door at Liverpool, but it may require some player sales first. And we do actually have a fair few players that may go for a fairly fair fee, I would probably say. The likes of Keeman Kelleher, for example. Depending on the contract situation of Konate, he could be a bit of an asset to sell as well. Harvey Elliott, I don't think has a future because I don't really see him in Arne Slot's plans, unfortunately, as much as I like the player and I like the guy. There's the Luis Diaz situation, which remains unsolved. Darwin Núñez is probably going to go to Saudi Arabia this summer, and probably going to fetch a pretty big fee from the Saudis. So big up the Saudis there. But no, like I say, there is a fair few assets that Liverpool can sell in order to raise funds back up again, in order to maybe go for one or two more players, maybe a striker, maybe we're going to look at a centre-back situation, especially if Konate does go, because Van Dijk and Gomez, Van Dijk and Kwanzaa, and even then, Gomez could go this summer. Kwanzaa could be sent out on loan this summer. There's a lot of players here that have got big question marks over their future. So it is going to be very intriguing to see what happens with player outgoings and whether or not they're going to raise enough funds for even more incomings this summer. But already, the summer hasn't even really kicked off yet, and already we're producing more content based on Liverpool transfers than we ever did last season. Last season, we talked about potential interest in certain players. We talked about Zubamendi. We talked about, obviously, Mamardashvili coming in next season, or soon to be next season, and obviously Chiesa, and now already we're talking Frimpong, we're talking Kirkes, we're talking Wirtz, and there possibly is more interest on the horizon as well. So it's going to be a very interesting, exciting summer, and this could be a monumental signing, in my personal opinion, and a player that Liverpool definitely need, a type of player that Liverpool definitely want. Like I say, takes half the burden, or most of the burden, away from Mo Salah to constantly have to produce something game in, game out. We now have another creative influence on the pitch if this is to materialise. And I am very much excited by the prospect of seeing Florian Wirtz in a Liverpool shirt for next season. Someone who's for the here and now, but can also be here for a number of years to come. He hasn't even entered the prime of his career yet, and yet we are getting him at 22 years of age. If he continues to progress how he is doing, if he continues to shine, if he continues to constantly impress, then even from a footballing perspective, he could obviously help us to even more glory than what we've achieved these past several years. But from a business point of view as well, let's say he gets to 26, 27, who knows? Maybe a Real Madrid come knocking on the door again, and maybe a major money move maybe in the stars for him going forward. Like I say, it makes so much sense from not just a footballing perspective, but from the potential of a business point of view as well. Unless, of course, we decide, you know what, we're just going to get as much out of him as possible, play him for the next decade if we have to, and see what happens there. But I very much I'm looking forward to this. I'm just on tenterhooks for like an Ornstein update or a Romano here we go update on this. It is very much exciting times at Liverpool again, and fair play for this. Obviously, I'm watching very closely with this summer, with the whole FSG, Michael Edwards and Richard Hughes thing. I've criticised them a lot in the past. I criticised them in the January transfer window. I criticised them in the summer of 2024. One summer doesn't necessarily change my opinion on them completely, but they are going the right way in changing my opinion. And let's not forget as well, there were reports suggesting that they have also discussed the financial matters and aspects of certain transfers and the summer transfer window with John W. Henry himself over in America. And to my knowledge, and from what I've read, that doesn't happen unless a big move is in prospect. He wants to sign off on it personally, and so I am very much raising my level of excitement with each passing moment, with each slight update. I'm trying to remain level-headed because I've been disappointed before, but I can't lie to you people. I'm intrigued, I'm excited, and I just want this to happen. I would love if this is to happen. If it doesn't, it doesn't. And then there'll be some questions asked unless Liverpool don't have a plan B. But right now, the wheels are seemingly in motion. Everybody is seemingly moving in the same direction. Florian Wirtz could become a Liverpool player this summer. And I, for one... Oh, I'm excited! Oh, I'm excited. There you go, people. Those are just the thoughts, comments, opinions, predictions, feelings, whatever they call it, of this guy. I want to know what you guys think. What do you make of the Florian Wirtz links to Liverpool? What do you make of him seemingly giving Liverpool the green light? The news that Liverpool have been waiting for. Let's face it, because obviously last week it was reported that Liverpool are interested, but unless they get the green light that he wants to move away from Germany, they will probably look elsewhere. But it seems as though everything is in place for Florian Wirtz to potentially make a move to Liverpool this summer. Drop your thoughts, comments, opinions, predictions, feelings, whatever you want to call it, in the comment section down below. And as always, thank you all so much for watching and listening. Hit the like button on the way out. Subscribe if you're new. Want to see more content like this. Both things will always and forever be greatly appreciated. Thank you all once again for tuning in. Thank you all for your continued or brand new support to the channel. It is very much appreciated. Will never be taken for granted. You guys are absolutely awesome, and I cannot thank you enough for the support that the channel and myself has received throughout its entirety of time. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I've been Fletch. This has been another Fletch Talks video, and I'll see you all again soon in another video or live stream or whatever it may be. Cheers, guys. Thanks everyone for watching. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll speak to you again very, very soon. Come on, Verz.